Hey everybody, KC here. So I am in the Willamette Valley and I'm at the main tasting room and vineyard for Willamette Valley Vineyards. And I love coming here. I always have got some good relationships with some of the people here. I've gotten to know Jim Bernot, the owner, a little bit. There's a woman named Wendy Bennett who is my wine ambassador, but you know, we've become friends over the years. I went to her wedding. So I really love coming here. So I came down for lunch and I want to tell you a story, but the story I want to tell you is not about the Pinot Noir or the Rosé, both of which I love. I want to tell you a story about storytelling. So we're sitting at the bar in the tasting room. We're tasting a little wine and we're going to order lunch. Fabulous tasting room, by the way. But the woman named Ashley was taking care of us, a very nice young woman. And I'm looking at the menu and I can't decide what to have. And the two things that shout out to me are, one, there's an artichoke ravioli with shrimp, and then there's the cheeseburger. I just frankly couldn't decide which one I wanted. So I said to Ashley, you choose. And don't even tell me what you're going to choose, just bring it to me. You pick whichever one you think I ought to have. Now, so Ashley walks away and says, fine. No problem. Now, I would have bet real money. That Ashley would have brought me the ravioli. But go figure, when she brings the meal, she brings me the cheeseburger. I'm very, very happy because it's an enormous and it's a great looking cheeseburger. But I said to Ashley, so I'm just curious, why did you choose the cheeseburger? And she said, first of all, well, I'm a vegetarian. I'm sorry, you're a vegetarian and you chose the cheeseburger? She goes, here's the deal. When I started here, one of the things they do is they sit us down with the chef, and the chef explains the various meals that they serve, the various items that they make. And he described the cheeseburger, and he described where the meat came from, and where the bacon came from, and where the cheese came from, and the sauce, and the whole thing. And she said, I remember thinking to myself, that sounds really, really good. Now, she goes, I'm not going to have one because I'm a vegetarian, but it sounds wonderful. She said, well, so when you gave me the choice, I immediately thought of the cheeseburger. And the reason she thought that was the cheeseburger had a story to go with it. And that is just a great example of, first of all, that's what companies have to do. They have to give the people who work for them ammunition in the form of a story that allows them to know the products better. And then it's such a great example of how storytelling can be so compelling. You know, Ashley, she could have just been a person who served us a meal and served us the wine. And instead she became this really interesting person who had a sense of the product, ended up telling us about where she was from. She was from Guam. We had a long conversation about that. And she personalized the experience. That's what great retail does. Yes, it's about the product, in this case, the Pinot Noir and the Rosé, but it's also about the people. It's about Ashley. It's about Wendy. It's about Jim. It's about connecting with people in a way that even transcends the product. It's critically important. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.